This is Living in Kigali show. In today's episode, we talk to young entrepreneurs and tech innovators who are currently working in Kigali, living in Kigali, and who were also raised in Kigali. My name is Cynthia. You're welcome.
Welcome yet again to another edition of Living in Kigali. My name is Chris Vic and this is Kigali Format. Today we have a wonderful guest. His name is Rushita Arfen. Now, he is the creator of a contactless menu. Now, we have Rushita Arfen here with us and he's going to take us through his experience creating this contactless menu. And, of course, he will talk about tech in general and services here in Rwanda currently in this pandemic season that we're in. Good to have you here, Alfan. Now, take us through your experience coming up with this awesome and brilliant idea. How long did it take you to get this idea, wrap this idea around your mind, or wrap your mind around the idea? And how long did it take you to implement the idea?
Thank you so much. That's a good question. It took us like let's say in total like 8 months to implement this, and to do a test for a first restaurant. That is Simba restaurant. It took us 8 months. 8 months.
That is amazing. You know, once you create something that will help multitudes of people, then you are changing the world, literally. Now, tech, in general, technology has a potential to expand the access to affordable rather, and high quality service. And of course, especially in this third wave of COVID-19. Now, why and how did you think of creating this contactless menu?
Thanks so much, Chris, for this good question. I can say that the idea came when we were in the first lockdown, as young people say every day, like it's a season one lockdown.
Yes.
That time, I thought of making something which can be used by restaurants and hotels, and I brought to the table the idea to the whole team. Then we came up with a system called OrderFan. So OrderFan, in brief, it's a contactless menu for restaurants and hotels. We generate a QR code linked to that system. So when you're a guest, you just reach to a restaurant, you just sit on the table. You don't need to touch our traditional menu or physical menu. You just need to take your phone, you scan with a camera a QR code or with a QR code scanner, then you go straight to the menu, you see what you want to order, then you press the order.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, take us through, this is just a curious question. Do you think it could be easier for, let's say, restaurant owners or bar owners or hotel owners to actually have this QR menu, contactless menu right now? Do you think this came at the right time, or do you feel like this should have been here all along? Given the fact that we are right now in the third wave of COVID-19, and it's very understandable that your idea is very handy. Now, do you think that this idea should have been here earlier than it is, or do you think it should have been here only after COVID and after these hardships that we're going through?
I can say that some of the way we got a chance to have this COVID coming, but this idea should be there before, because it's a good opportunity. It's a good way for restaurants and hotels to prevent the spread of the virus, and also to save a lot of money of printing the menu, because they can update what they want themselves in the platform instead of printing a menu for special offer, happy hour menu, or lunch menu. They just have one platform where they update everything. So no need to print a lot of paper, no need to have those dirty menu, and no spread of the virus in these days that we are in here.
Now, as we conclude, this is just a season. And like I said earlier, change is a constant factor of life. At some point, we won't have COVID again anymore. Now, do you think the contactless menu will still be relevant by then?
Yeah, I can say from my experience with our own clients, they will always keep this contactless menu because it made their life easy. They don't need to use a lot of waiters. Now waiters are only focused to welcome people and serve people. They are not focused on writing what a guest wants. They are really focused on welcoming people and serving people. When I'm a guest, I just scan, then I get my food from the waiters. I think this contactless menu will always be there.
That was Rushita Alfen, the creator of the contactless menu. This will help you whether you're at home or whether you have moved out. In this COVID-19 situation that we're in this third wave that we're facing, this is a menu for the future. This is the way to go. Contactless, no spreading the virus.
The outburst in technology in 3D animation, in robotics, and in printing have now increased the likelihood of young aspiring youth to get jobs. In the period of lockdown, they are working remotely. Long live technology. Welcome yet again to another episode of Living in Kigali show. This is Kigali format. Today we have a very special guest, Nkurunziza Moft. He is a tech innovator living in Kigali. And how are you?
Cynthia, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
What are like some popular products you've worked on or that your industry have worked on that you are proud of in Kigali?
If I was saying Kigali, definitely the most maybe well known and something we are very proud to have worked on.
Yes.
It is a documentary film called The 600. We done all the CGI parts, like all the animation that are in the movie.
Nice.
Entirely. We did that, and we done several other projects. With that, with national museums. Except maybe some of those projects, some are in-house, not like at least public. But yeah, so I'd say those are some of the things we are very, very proud of.
So can you talk more about your products, because this is like an outburst in technology. There are some people who do not know really what you do. So can you talk about it?
So to really put it well, our product or service, what we do provide it is CGI, which is computer generated imagery. When you talk about 3D animation, it is a subset of, among the other things we do, because we also do, virtual reality, VR, AR, and different kinds of, imagery presentations that can run on web or whichever different kinds of devices.
So you are a tech innovator also living in Kigali. What are like the current situation in your field? Because specifically you are in the 3D animations. Can you tell us more about your field and what is the current situation for you during this pandemic?
So speaking from like the industry we are into, which is 3D animation. Of course, that relates to even other tech kind of related fields. So right now, like with the pandemic, it shouldn't have been an issue when you have connectivity with your computer and there's power. Everything should go on as normal, except like those physical meetings. But they are always you can always replace them with virtual meetings, which I would say not as 100% as the same, but on the higher percentage, it serves the purpose.
Like, tell us more about the challenges that you meet in your field of the tech innovator as you are, like your field of 3D animation. Like, what challenges do you meet?
Actually, yeah, probably that's what I was going to get onto, but I was just laying, the background. Technically, we shouldn't have any issue with the corona, because corona, the main setback for even from most of other businesses is about that human contact. So since at least our services, most of them are virtual, they don't really require physical contact. We shouldn't have had any issue. But the challenge comes onto the people we do serve, meaning our market is, it is so affected. So, if our clients, the business is not going so well, so we are kind of, affected.
Okay.
Yeah, in, directly or indirectly, depending on, yeah.
So, what are like the opportunities that are in your industry? And is it like, do you think like youth can find jobs in your industry?
I would say 3D, animation or all kinds of, digital art skills. I would say probably it is the most lucrative field. At least maybe not 100% now, but as we progress, it is the best field to go in. Because like with your laptop at your home, you can better yourself, acquire some skills, and be able to do these things. And you don't necessarily need to work with a studio or a client in Kigali. It's
Nice.
digital services, you can deliver them anywhere.
Thank you very much, Nkurunziza Moft, and I hope very many youth who are seeking for jobs are going to consider also the 3D animation or other tech innovation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you.
maze kwirara sha izo ntoki uzijyanye urabona ibintu uba wabifatafata aho se zikomeza uri mu muryango w'ibihumbi cyabo.
Hello, welcome yet again to another edition of Living in Kigali. My name is Chris Vic, and this is Kigali Format. Now, today we have a resident of Kigali, and he has an experience with COVID-19. He was among the people who did test positive for COVID-19 recently. Now, his name is Ronnie Twahirwa. Ronnie Twahirwa, good to have you.
Thank you so much.
Ronnie, let's get into the conversation here. We're talking about COVID-19. This is a serious issue currently. It is a global issue. And you tested positive for COVID-19 recently. Take us through before you tested for COVID-19. How did you get to know that you have some of the symptoms of COVID-19, and how long did it take you to go for a test?
One over Friday, I was really well, and I came to work as usual, business as usual. Then I went home. On that night, I felt very weak, just towards the morning, very weak, and my nose were clogged. So I sensed it is flu.
Fast forward to now, you have tested positive. You now know that you have COVID-19. How long did it take for you to get the tracker?
The following day, which was a Tuesday, RBC called a police officer. He called me. I'm from RBC, and we are coming to visit you. I said, what? RBC is coming to visit me. So
The next day.
he called me. He asked for directions. He asked for directions to my home.
Yeah.
And he came. He brought the tracker, the bracelet. So I knew about the bracelets, but I didn't expect that they were going to give it to me. So he put on the bracelet. The bracelet, the way it works is they map it to a region of your housing. They give you a house, a whole house, including the compound. So when you go beyond that region, they can see it on the GPS. So good enough, because I had a family, I didn't leave my room. I was most of the time in my room, locked inside, getting food from the window. So trying to protect the family.
Yeah. Wow. Now let's go to your experience with the bracelet. How did you sleep? How was it uncomfortable? Was it comfortable? Okay. Would you easily live with it? Take us through your experience as you were wearing that bracelet.
The bracelet, they put it on a hand that is not on your non-strong hand. Or if you use right hand, they put it on the left. If you use a left hand, they put it on the right. So, and the way they put it on, they don't make it like so stitch on the body. They make it a bit loose so that it is not uncomfortable. Otherwise, it's like a watch.
Okay, sounds good.
It's not different from a watch. You can sleep with a watch. The good thing is that it's plastic. You can shower with it. You sleep with it. You charge.
You can even charge.
The challenging time is charging. Most people, it challenges them. Like you have to charge while wearing the watch. So you have to find a comfortable place. Mostly, for my case, I was in the bedroom, and I would charge while, doing other things, even working during the day when I had recovered. And it takes it is specific that you have to spend it with it 14 days.
Wow. Now, as we wind up this conversation, do you really think these bracelets are really helping to curb down on the spread of COVID, or do you think we're still, spreading COVID as we should, even with the bracelets?
It does. The fact that if you're putting it on, it has reduced that person to the movement. Some people are testing positive and they go back and work as if it is normal business. And you are infecting other people that may be weak. So the bracelets, actually, I would advise that if we have a lot, we have as many as the people in Kigali, and also even other provinces, I think it can help us reduce the spread.
That was Ronnie Twahirwa. He just shared with us his experience with COVID-19 and the bracelet that he had to wear because he had to be tracked, and he had to be tracked in an effort to make sure that he doesn't spread COVID-19 any further. This is Kigali Format, only on Living in Kigali. My name is Chris Vic. I'll see you next time.